Hello and welcome to Cerno. I'm Brett Englander, co-founder, and in addition to me, you're going to hear from my two business partners, Daniel Wacholder, Director of Engineering, and Nick Sheridan, Director of Design. Cerno's roots run very deep. Long before Cerno was even a thought, the three of us were all exposed to design from a really early age, which is where I think that passion was originally ignited. Daniel, Nick, and I were all childhood best friends growing up together in Laguna Beach. From the earliest days of our friendship, we all shared this same kind of passion and love for building things and adventure and for nature. We were always either at the beach or sailing or surfing. And it's really clear from our earliest projects now that there was this complementary skill set where Daniel always gravitated towards the more logistics, figuring out how we were gonna build and do these crazy projects, where Nick really was drawn to the aesthetic and the artistry behind what we were working on. I was always the least capable with tools, but always had a camera around my neck and was chronicling all these wild adventures. After high school, it worked out really well that Nick went off and studied architecture, Daniel studied engineering, and I actually studied journalism. So again, there was a really good foundation for complementary skill sets. 12 years into this wild ride, the love has never been stronger for what we do, and most importantly, this incredible team that has supported our efforts over the past 12 years. I think anyone, whether you're creative or not, you can relate to that visceral feeling you get. It goes throughout your whole body when you complete a project, big or small. That's what we get to do every day. That's what keeps it interesting, and not to nuance or marginalize some of the really hard, challenging times that we've experienced since we started Cerno. But that's really what keeps us going. It's that idea that we can dream up a new design, go into the shop and start working on it, prototyping it, and then introduce it, and then tell the story and share it with all of you. I am beyond appreciative for the architects, interior designers, lighting designers, all the specifiers and end users that have used Cerno over the years. It's the ultimate gratification is when we hear about someone who's pleased with one of our projects or products. I thank you guys again for the opportunity. You really are what makes all of this possible. And now I want to introduce you to my business partner, Daniel Wacholder, who's going to show you that we actually do make it all right here in Southern California.
On this tour, I'm going to show you behind the scenes a little bit, try to help you understand what makes Cerno tick. Ultimately, we started this company because we love to make things, and we've tried to assemble a group of people and a toolbox that allows us to do that. We're taking raw materials and ideas and turning it into finished products all under one roof. Control of the process, we feel, just leads to a much more creative, enjoyable environment that leads us to produce better products. We also feel that it increases quality, and it's just more respectful and fun for the people that work here. So this is Greg here. He's working on a really nice piece of woodwork here. That's something that sets us apart, and we use a lot of wood in our products, and we really value all the traditional tools and craftsmanship that it takes to work with wood. You can see this is Kevin here running the machine. He runs our wood shop. So again, this is a solid piece of walnut, black American walnut. We're big believers in using solid materials. You see over to the side here, this is some of our stack of, we got some oak and walnut, maple. We're able to modify and customize too. We can bring in whatever wood species you need. For this part, this is an automated process, but then it'll go through a lot of hand finishing and hand chiseling. So it's a nice combination of old world and new world. All right, so now we're over in the metalworking area. This is Carlos, and he's working on the lathe. Looks like he's making some parts for our Revelite art lighting fixture. This is one of the mounting arms. This is an example of an older manual traditional machine, but works great, and we still use it every day. Okay, so this is a CNC milling machine. We do pretty much all of our machining in-house. So this machine is specifically used mostly for solid materials, drilling, tapping, milling. So you can see right now we're making part of our Revelite art fixture. So here we are at our laser cutter. So this is a machine that's mainly used for cutting metal. This is Oscar. He's one of our engineers. He's probably working on a prototype. And this is having the tools in house and being able to try things, experiment, is just, we find to be incredibly valuable for the creative process. I mean, it not only lets us accommodate customers' custom requests, but it lets us play around and just be creative and come up with new designs. So we're up in our design lab, kind of our creative space. This is where Nick does a lot of his magic. So we just, keeping our creative process as connected as possible to manufacturing is just really critical to our process and just results in better designs. So yeah, that wraps up most of the tour.
Oceanfront Maine.
My dad was a general contractor and did a lot of custom woodworking that I was exposed to at a young age. But it really wasn't until architecture school when I found this beautiful logic on how to approach design with modernism, and really learned the awesome power of design and the design process. Up here, this is typically where the design process starts, but now I'd like to go show you some of the finished design. So this is the Una linear pendant. This is one of our newest releases. It's available in 2 different lengths. It actually has an optional uplight component. This is in whitewashed oak. Here it's about simplicity and getting the proportions correct and letting the wood grain really be showcased. Moving over here, these are 2 of our large architectural fixtures. This is the Rincon pendant and the Tory ceiling mount. This is available in a pendant. This is available as a ceiling mount as well. We are powder coating these in-house and have developed a number of new finishes. Here you can see the distressed brass finish on the Rincon pendant. It also utilizes an indirect lighting method where we're bouncing the light up off of the shade to create a nice diffuse lighting surface. Coming over here, we have the Balboa 28. This is shown in oil rub bronze. This is available in 3 different sizes and is a very simple design, part of the architectural launch. Then going back to one of our original floor lamps is the Vallejo, spanning over 10 feet. So we had this as an option in walnut for many years and just released it in whitewashed oak. We continue to try to explore new materials, and we're really excited about incorporating a lot of new product with whitewashed oak. So this is the Mica accent pendant. This is one of the very first pendants we ever released, actually. This is back when I spent an unhealthy amount of time drawing on AutoCAD in the middle of the night. It's very, very simple. It's a box. There's 3 panels that are wood, 3 panels that are diffuser, but it's the way it's executed. It's the way each of the panels are pulled away from each other and kind of float. And there's this reveal between each of them. It's definitely among my favorite. And over here I can show you the Tersis outdoor sconce. So the Tersis has been a popular sconce for us for a while, and we wanted to introduce it as an outdoor fixture. In Southern California we have this indoor-outdoor lifestyle, and we wanted to be able to bring the indoor sconces outside. And here we're doing it with 3/4 inch solid concrete in black, and then the sides are actually marine grade stainless steel. So the materiality is beautiful and it's very robust to really handle harsh environments. Then we can move over here and I can show you the Alavo vanity fixture. So we approached this as a purpose-built vanity fixture with this large reflecting surface that bounces the light coming from the linear source behind this rod. So you have this nice large diffuse light coming in at your face. You get a really nice lighting effect. And it has this beautiful sculptural quality where there's this void behind the rod and this nice wood accent. So it's available in 2 different lengths. Also want to share the Maris with you. It's very similar to the Alavo, but the reflector is not bent, it is just flat. Does well between 2 mirrors, but also it's just a great corridor light. It's just one of our kind of simple sculptural sconces that has a lot of different applications. Thanks for taking the time to watch. We appreciate the opportunity to share a little bit about Cerno with you, and hope to see you in real life real soon. Thanks.